Today I'm going to show you how to play this drum fill. So this fill probably came from the Herta. In my early days of listening to Billy Cobham and then Rod Morgenstein and Simon Phillips and all these great drummers that used to play lots of Hertas. But this version that I'm playing today is really more of a triple-a. That's how I'm thinking about it anyway. You could do what I'm about to show you also with some Hertas, but today think of it as this sticking right here. Right, left, right, left. Again, I'm thinking of it as a triple-a. So that's the first thing to work on, getting the hands together. And as they get faster, the next thing, the feet, it's just right, left. But also another thing that puts us in the triplet category is it's a total 6-note pattern because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The bass drum sticking is just this. In its final form, one of the things I'm thinking about is trying to cram as many notes in there as I can so that they're tighter. So the notes, I call it note compression, where everything is kind of crammed together a little bit. What I'm going to show you is not compressed notes. I'm going to show you an exercise you can do if you don't already know the right, left on the hands and feet. I call these quads, and it just looks like this. So, and for initially, we want to go for a more precise like this. So that's just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That will, if you haven't done that before, that will get you happening with transitioning from the left hand to the right foot. Once you can do that, you can start thinking about then going back to, and then this thing that I'm talking about, why I'm calling note compression. One of my favorite guitar players, Steve Lukather, he called it cramming sometimes when you're just going for it, trying to get in as many notes as you can and playing on the edge of your ability. It's kind of a fun way to think about something like this sometimes when you're trying to get this kind of rolling feel, which is like, one of the elements of that I want to bring up is that the feet may turn into almost like a flam. It's not quite a flam. It's more like gada, gada, gada. But just stay aware of that as you're trying to get this rolling sound. To work on this, we have getting the hands together. We have getting the hands and the feet transition together. By the way, that is something that you can do, you can practice without your drum set. It's a great way to work on that if you're not at your drum set. And then we have the idea of putting those two things together. Initially, it might sound like this. And then as it gets faster, where would you use this? I would say you could use this, it's just for fun. You can use it anywhere you want. But you could put it anywhere that you might think about putting a triplet fill, maybe. Even if you're in 6/8 or if you're in 4/4, in those contexts, anywhere that you might think about doing a triplet. Earlier, I was doing something like this, like, let's see. It also makes a good groomp ending, like when you want that final roll at the end. I'll give you a couple of examples of back and forth between like a triplet and then the application of this in 4/4. it's a great starting point for just all kinds of other fun stuff. And also, it's a great coordination exercise because you're If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing lots more drum stuff. I do a wide variety of stuff. I have a single stroke play along that you might like that's right here. And it's a brand new play along for the single stroke roll from levels 1 through 5. Shows you the tempos. It's great for your hands. And I use it for my feet too, by the way. So please subscribe, hit the notification button. I'll talk to you soon.